Hola.
¿Cómo estás?
Hey guys, it's about to be 7 in the morning. I always wake up at like 6:30, go to the bathroom, and then I usually have like Spanish class every morning because I'm learning Spanish right now, and I'm scheduling this in the morning. For one good reason is also for me because if I have something to do in the morning, some task or some appointment, then I'm forced to wake up, and I had trouble waking up for a long time. And there are several things I did to overcome, and one is to schedule a Spanish class in the morning. So yeah, I will record this, and I will take you with me today. Hola.
¿Cómo estás?
Estoy bien, ¿y tú?
Estoy bien, gracias. ¿Cómo estuvo tu fin de semana?
Mi fin de semana. ¿Puedes repetir, por favor?
So for example, if you want to say that the weekend was fine, estuvo. If you want to say that you were fine, then you will say estuve.
Okay.
¿Cómo lo practicaste?
Practiqué con una colombiana.
¿Hablaste con ella?
Sí.
So first we're going to start with another type of irregular verbs.
Alright. I love irregular verbs. Hacer, caber, caer, dar, poner, saber, salir, traer, valer, componer, reponer y suponer. Okay, so the Spanish class is over. So I usually after my Spanish class, I continue the day with my morning routine because the first thing I do in the morning, after like of course not including waking up and making the bed and then showering, but the first thing is like Spanish class because I schedule it to wake up early, and then I have my morning routine, and this is what I will do right now. This is usually drinking a green tea or preparing a green tea because it's healthy, and the problem is I haven't bought green tea yet here in Vienna, so I have to do that today. Yes, probably today. And what I also do is like to meditate and then to write down my goals. To read my frames, like the beliefs that I want to have or that I want to internalize, and also to this is I think very unique. I haven't seen many people do that. To write down or to read out your my desired character, because I wrote down and I defined the person that I want to be and want to become in the future, and I wrote down some questions with all the character traits that this person internalized and this person has. So yes, I read them out loud so I get reminded every day of the person who I want to become, so I can make in certain situations the decision to grow into that person, because I believe that we can change as a person. Like this, what is it? This is personal development, right? Becoming a new person, a new version of ourselves, a better or more dense version of ourselves. But we can only become that if we decide to grow into such a person. And to grow into such a person, we first have to know what this person is like, what he acts like, what traits he has. So yeah, this is what I do. I define the person that I want to be, so I can make the decision in certain situations to act like this person, so I can more and more become that person because of the feedback that I gather from the real life experience. Yes, this is what I will do right now. I used to see meditation as just like another task on my to-do list, and I was just sitting down and trying to meditate, but I was more so only just going through the motions and not really like meditating and enjoying it, and then like using the meditation to really relax and to calm down, because I only saw it as a to-do list, because I had the belief, okay, I have to structure my day like from the beginning to the end, like extremely productive and fill it up with all these to-dos. And I think the thing is, we can't view everything like black and white, because it's good to fill up your day with to-dos, but not only like structure every single second and only like just to do it, just to go through the motion. Now the thing is, I really use meditation because it's good for me, because I can benefit from it, like especially when you're in high pressure situations, or sometimes when you have calls with clients, with sales calls, or you talk to girls or whatever, and you're usually not a very social person. All these situations, like sales calls where you have to talk to people, and also like to girls maybe, this is like pressure for you if you're not extrovert. If you're introverted like me, then this is stressful. So meditation really helps to calm you down, and I really feel it. Sometimes I woke up so stressed because I stressed myself too much, like a lot, and I took this stress through the sleep within to the next day. And meditation helps me in the morning to just really reset everything, to calm down and to start the day very, very calmly. And yes, so that's why I do it like in the morning. 5 minutes for me is enough. Maybe I could do more, but 5 minutes is enough for me. I really relax with that. And sometimes I also do it, rarely though, but sometimes I also do it like when I'm really feeling stressed during the day, when that was like a very stressful thing and I'm feeling overwhelmed. I sit down, I meditate, and then I can really let go of the emotions that I'm experiencing, because this is meditation. I also did not know what meditation was. Is it just sitting down, or what are you doing? No, you're just trying to sit down and not think. At least this is my definition. Probably there's some monk out there who can just explain it much better. But yeah, so as far as I know, meditation is to sit down, try to not think, and if you think, don't judge it, just try to observe your thoughts and also your emotions, because we want to become aware that we are more like observer, that we are not our thoughts, that we are not our emotions, but we are something different, maybe a spiritual being that observes these emotions and observes these thoughts. Because if we are the observer, we cannot be the thoughts and the emotions. Okay, so I'm reading out my frames, and for some people it's like, it might be very cringe or something, but I think these are like beliefs and worldviews that you have or that help you. And the thing is, when you have your own, or write your own frames, you will realize, okay, sometimes some frames resonate with you, and other days they don't resonate with you as much. But again, at some point we made like a bad experience, maybe at some point, and then then these frames, they resonate with you again. So this is the beauty of it. For example, yesterday there was some days where I had some rejection, for example, and it still affected me a bit emotionally, or like, of course, it hurts a bit. And now, for example, I realized one frame again that wasn't resonating with me for such a long time, but now it's resonating with me again. For example, today is a new day. Everything that happened yesterday doesn't exist anymore. Today is a new day, right? Or today is a new start. So this helps me, because I realized, okay, everything that happened yesterday, all the bad things, this was in the past. The past doesn't exist anymore, so it doesn't make sense to drag myself down because of it. Just use the experience I gained from it, and yes, today start again. Today work on a better future again. Okay, and I quickly also want to give you some of the questions that I ask myself to define the new character that I'm wanting to become, and that helps you to define your own character. I mean, there are many questions, but I will give you some examples. So you can also define, again, your new character and read this out every day, so you can grow into this character. For example, you just ask yourself, okay, which version of yourself is necessary to easily achieve your goals? And you write everything down. You write down, okay, what positive character traits does this person has? For example, what did I wrote down? I wrote down, okay, I will take responsibility for everything, literally everything that happens in my life, even though it's not my responsibility, because to some degree it is still my responsibility. And what can you also write down, like what negative character traits did you get rid of in order to achieve these goals? Like what your new version, what negative traits did it get rid of to achieve your goals? For me, it was, for example, that I do not please anymore. I tell people my opinion and I say no to people, even though if it means, for example, that I will lose money, that I have to say no to money, or if I have to say no to a friend, to a friendship, because I don't want that feeling anymore that I'm pleasing and that I'm not true to myself. Yeah, these are just a few examples and I hope they will help you. Alright, I finished writing down my goals, and yes, the thing is, why do I do this? Why do I write my goals down every day? One reason, there are several reasons, but one reason definitely is because one of the most hindering things for productivity is not knowing what to do. You might know this, you maybe wanted to wake up early, and but you had no to do in the morning, and you woke up maybe at the weekend, you were on your feet, and then you said, okay, I have nothing to do, so I might just go back to bed. Right? You weren't productive because you had no to do, so no things to do. So for me, it's like I look at my goals daily, I write them down daily, and this is also what I did. I wrote it on a piece of paper. I wrote down my goals, and beneath those goals, I wrote down the things I have to do and the things I have to master to achieve these goals. So I know on a daily basis what I have to do in order to inevitably achieve those goals. For example, I want to have a cool and awesome, successful big YouTube channel. So I wrote down, okay, I have to at least produce 3 videos every week. And what else do I have to do? I have to let go of the fear and get comfortable with filming in public. Yes, right. So I not only remember my goals daily, but I also remember the things I have to do, and maybe the emotions and the feelings I have to let go of, and the uncomfortable situations I have to bring myself in, because it's hard. It's hard sometimes when you don't know why you're doing something, to really film in public and do things in public that you're afraid of. But if you know why you're doing it, it becomes way easier. So yes, I will have a couple more minutes right now. I will go to the gym in a few minutes with a friend. I will meet him there, and of course I will take you with me. And until this, I will use the time a bit to read. Because it's also one of my to-dos, my daily to-dos, that I read a little bit about emotions and the psychology of the human, just to learn about myself. Yes, to understand myself better, and to learn why I do certain things, so I can become more successful if I see the patterns. Okay, let's go to the gym. Alright, so what I usually do is I listen to some sales content while I'm in the train or in the tram, to use the time a bit. Yes, and that's what I will do right now while I'm going to the gym, because I will meet a friend there. Yes, and I will shoot some B-roll. Okay, almost back home. Now I will eat something after the gym. I think it's almost 12 a.m. or p.m. I can't distinguish this. A.m. is the earlier thing, so but I heard both of it, so I don't know. Almost 12, so what I do when I cut, I only eat after 12 a.m. or like 12 p.m. whatever, and after I've gone to the gym. So if I go to the gym at that day, I only eat after going to the gym. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do right now. Yeah, and I'm hungry. Some rice, some I don't know, like some pre-cooked thing. I pre-cook like sometimes like in the evening, and I use it for the next day, or sometimes I cook it after the gym and then I eat it in the evening. And then I add some tuna and some sheep cheese. but it tastes very good. And I think we'll also add like some more tuna right now, just for the proteins. Yes, and I will eat this and enjoy this right now while watching a recording of the coaching call I had with my mentor to review this. Yes. Check it out, because I have a sales call, in like 15 minutes, the sales call starts, but I had some time, so I was already starting to edit the video, this vlog. I sometimes do this in between, because now I used to have a video editor who did this for me, I just edit stuff, because I had a lot of work with the e-commerce brand, but now I decided to stop this project and only focus on sales, and now I have more time. And also these vlogs are very new to me, so I know how I want them, and I have to test a bit what I like, etc. And once I have more experience and know what I want, I will hire a video editor again, so I have more free time to work on the main project, which is sales for me. Again, I have some sales calls now, and one coaching call later with a friend of mine who I'm teaching sales a bit. Sometimes I have problems entering the Zoom room. No, he just left, he just exited the room again. Then I will just do the sales call on the phone. It makes sense like this. Hello, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
Perfect. It was maybe unclear for you, that you didn't understand.
Almost everything.
You understood everything?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
And maybe a bit more freedom too.
Okay.
So,
Would you also say now, after you have heard the program and you know how the program is structured, that you are convinced that we also can and we also will achieve your goals together if you give your best and also if we give our best?
yes.
It's about like 2 minutes after 10. The work day is over for me. Like I had my last sales call now. Yeah, unfortunately, the audience I'm talking to right now is extremely broke. They can't even afford like 100 euro installments. And I for a long time I struggled, and I thought, okay, is it because of me? Because I'm a bad closer? But the thing is, if the people really do not have the money, if they tell me, okay, they want to start, everything is perfect, it's just the money that is hindering them. Because you isolate the objection, right? You realize, okay, it's just the money. If people don't have the money and they can't finance it, or they don't want to finance it, there's only so much you can do as a salesperson. One of my mentors in sales told me, okay, if you don't have a couple of $100,000, you can't buy a house. No matter how much you want it, you cannot buy a house. Yeah, at some point in sales, it's like, okay, he needs to be somewhat qualified that he can afford what you have. Yes, and if he can't, then for me it's like, it's totally fine to not close somebody, to say, okay, I'm sorry, but then we cannot start today, we cannot help you today, and then ask him for a solution. Okay, what would be your idea how you can get that money? Okay, and then you let him give you some answers and some ideas how he wants to make the money, and then you ask him, okay, and in what time you want to make that money, or how much time you need. Do you need 1 week or 2 weeks? Or maybe longer, right? And then you just do a follow-up if you really want. And if people really want to start with you, if you sold it well, then people want to do follow-ups with you, and they want to start with you in a couple of months. Yes, so this was the lesson from this call. Again, the day was long, and I feel like a bit exhausted and tired, because sometimes these calls, like sales calls, can be pretty exhausting. because you often speak to people who are like emotionally very low, and you feel that it sucks energy. So yeah, I will go to the city center. It's dark outside, but it's super hot still, and yes, I will meet some people there. Maybe reflect a bit and think about life. What I like to do is I like to listen to some music that my mentor recommend to me. Music that calibrates very high. And for example, I really like to listen to Marvin Gaye, Sexual Healing. I can really recommend this song. This is because you just feel it. There's a difference between like these rap songs, these rappers who talking about drugs and girls and killing and whatever, or like Marvin Gaye who's thinking about sexual healing. You just feel the difference if you're more in touch with the emotion and the maybe spirituality. You just feel the difference that there's one song is way more positive, and that it helps you more in times when you feel down, right? Yes, I hope this doesn't sound too strange for you, and that you can that you allow this advice, if you will, because it really helped me, and I hope it really helps you. Yes. Thanks for watching this vlog, and we will see each other in the next video.